So today, I get the privilege of doing the first ever YouTube review for a brand new IFAK that just hit the market. Today we are going over a brand new IFAK that just hit the market. We are doing a review and showing you some of the cool features that comes with this IFAK. I believe this IFAK addresses some problems that some of the other IFAKs don't, so I'm pretty excited to be able to share this with you. But before we get into that, if you find this video helpful and you like the information here, leave us a like. That'll really help us out. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions regarding this particular product or anything else that we've talked about on this video or any previous videos. And as always, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on so you're alerted of any future videos that we post. All right, so let's get into this. So the IFAK that I have today is a new one that just came out to the market, and we are one of the first vendors that are going to be offering this on our store. So this is not one that we came up with, but we were able to do some testing on this, be able to give some feedback on the design of this product, and now it's released and now I get to share it with you. One thing that makes this particular IFAK unique is the fact that you can put this back on your back. If you have this mounted on a war belt behind you, you can put this back on and tuck it away after you've pulled supplies out of it. And most other IFAKs, once you deploy it one time, it's hard to get it back in behind your back. So this allows you the opportunity to be able to put this back in place behind your back so you don't end up having to carry this bag around or do something with this extra IFAK if you pull it out and only need a couple supplies out of it. All right, so without any further ado, I present to you the Airway med pouch by Relyant. This med pouch is based off of an IFAK. Now, we all know that in the shooting community these days, people are throwing trauma supplies on their belt or on their chest rig or plate carrier, taking it out to the range. It's supplies for them, it's supplies for anybody that happens to get injured. It's a good idea to have med supplies, but when we use the term IFAK, a lot of times we're kind of pushing the limits on what the IFAK actually is. IFAK is an individual first aid kit, and this is really set up to where you can have it as an individual first aid kit, but it's more set up to be a good solid trauma kit that you can have with you. So it's meeting the needs of more of the shooting community these days who want a solid, robust medical kit to keep on their belt or on their gear when they're going out shooting, or in case something bad happens and they need to have trauma supplies with them. So first off, let's run through the mounting options on this. So we have MOLLE attachments on this back panel. This back panel has this webbing that you can weave through, lock it in the bottom, and it will hold your pouch onto a belt or any other type of MOLLE accessory. There are also some more attachment options and different panel options coming for this particular med pouch. So if you're looking for a different way to mount this pouch to your kit, there will be some more options available in the future. So moving back around to the front now, we have our med pouch attached to the panel with velcro on the back here, and then on the front we have an extra buckle to secure this in. So the cool thing about this buckle is this is a Fidlock magnetic buckle. It's a quick release buckle, but it's magnetic, so it lines itself back up when you go to put it back together. This pull tab is a little bit short, but they ship it with a longer pull tab inside, so when you get this you have the option to upgrade this to a little bit longer of a pull tab. But you simply pull this up and it releases, which is very easy to do. And then when you go to put it back together, you simply line it up, get it close, and the magnet will pop it right back in place. Very secure, doesn't come apart, and then once you pull that one lever in the right direction, it comes loose. So pretty unique design there, and this just secures the pouch onto the panel so that it doesn't get ripped off of the Velcro. Once that's loose, you have a handle on either side that you can grab with right or left hand and simply tear away from the panel. So now the pouch is free from the panel. And a couple other things about the panel, we have some loops of elastic on the top for tourniquets. This 4-inch loop of elastic on the bottom is particularly good for the SAM tourniquet. The SAM tourniquet is a windlass style tourniquet, kind of like the CAT tourniquet, but it has a really large buckle on one side, and if you use just these two straps, it can get wedged up on that buckle and it's hard to get the SAM tourniquet out. So you have the option of sticking a regular CAT tourniquet in here, but if you're going to carry a SAM tourniquet, this is a great place to do that. So Relyant has added the option in there to be able to carry a SAM tourniquet with you rather than just having the option of the 2 loops. The cool thing with this is if you're going to carry 2 CAT tourniquets, you can carry one with the large part of the tourniquet facing to your right hand, and then you can put one up here with the large buckle facing the left hand. Because as we all know, it's kind of hard to pull this that way with your other hand. So you have to reach around with your right hand and grab it and slide it out that way. So if you face one each direction, it doesn't matter what hand you reach with, either hand can still get to a tourniquet. All right, so let's slide that over here and let's talk about the med pouch now. So the med pouch has a main compartment in the middle and it's got one zipper pouch on the outside. It also has loop field across the front, so you can decorate it with any of your patches, identification markings, anything on the front. In this front pocket, my recommendation and the way I have it set up, I like to put some sort of paper or marking for my patients in there. Triage cards, Write in the Rain notebook, and specifically in this one, I have TCCC casualty cards. So I have casualty cards. They've got the rubber band here. I can put it around the casualty. I can write information about the casualty on there, but all of that's in the front pouch. You want to save a little bit of money and make it simple, get a Write in the Rain notebook, slide that in there, but you at least have something to mark on if you need to write something down about a patient or a casualty that you're working on. All right, so let's get into the main compartment. So when we open this up, you will notice that everything has a place and everything stays in there pretty well without falling out. So I don't have to worry about losing any of my gear. Everything stays in there, and the elastic, the way it's set up, holds a lot of this equipment in there really well. Much better than some of the other IFAKs that I've seen. So over on this side, let's start with this side. So this is my Massive Hemorrhage, and I've also got a survival blanket here. The way I have this set up is I have a wound packing gauze and a quick clot together. So if I go to pack a wound, I can put my quick clot in. If I have to back that up with more gauze, I've got a packing gauze from the same spot. So I can pull both those out together. I've got a pressure dressing down here underneath. So I'll pull my quick clot out, use it, pull my packing gauze out, pull my pressure dressing out. Got that. I've got another setup of packing gauze and quick clot if needed. And then I've got my emergency blanket up here as well. So you'll notice there are 2 different loops of elastic, a larger and a smaller one, so you can fit a pressure dressing on one side and then something smaller like packing gauze or quick clot on the other one. There's also 2 layers to this elastic, if you'll notice. So I have much smaller loops now, so if I have something smaller I want to fit in this side, trauma shears or something, I can get really creative with how I pack this because I have multiple attachment options, multiple size loops now that I can configure stuff in. So that is this side, but that's specifically how I have that set up for my Massive Hemorrhage. So moving over here now, I have this mainly set up as my airway side and respiratory. So I've got 2 chest darts. I've got gloves down here as well. I've got 2 MPAs. I've got lube hot glued to those MPAs, so I've got lube in each one of these as well. And then in the back I have my chest seals. So I've got compact chest seals in here. You can put full-size chest seals. This kit was specifically made so that a full-size hyphen chest seal can slide in there. It's also large enough to put in H&H chest seal or whatever type of chest seal you plan on running. So there's plenty of room in here to set it up how you want to set it up. There are small spots here in the middle that you can either put a Sharpie or a pin light or a chem light. So tons of attachment options. And again, everything on this side, all of these loops of elastic are also double loops with stitches. So you have multiple sizes and multiple options for storing things in here. So that's a quick rundown of how I have this kit set up. But again, there are multiple ways that you can set this up based on your specific needs and what you want to carry in your kit. So some of the features that I specifically like about this Airway med pouch. 1, the buckle. So this buckle, if you grab the tab and pull up to release, it comes right off. You can then tear it away with either hand, but this buckle makes it really easy to release. It's super secure. I mean, you can pull on this buckle and it will not come undone until you pull up on this lever and it comes apart. That is super cool, but also when you go to put this back on your back, if you can match up the Velcro behind your back and you can get this close to the other one, it will lock into place by itself, and again, it's super secure. So the ease of being able to get this off, how secure it is, and then how easy you can get that back on. if you're running drills and you're having to pull medical supplies out, pack it back up, or if something happens, you actually have to use this and you're pulling medical supplies out, unless you are done and you're sitting there committed to that patient, you may have to get up and move and go treat another patient, or you may be getting up and moving with that patient to another location, and now you're dragging all your supplies in an open bag, trying to make sure you keep everything together. So again, if you're using this specifically as an IFAK would be medical gear I carry on me to be used for me when I get injured. I'm not worried about taking this and putting this back on me as I'm injured and going in an ambulance to the hospital to go get surgery. So for an IFAK use, it's not super important to be able to put this back on. For training purposes, and also if I'm carrying a trauma kit to be able to provide aid to someone else, it could be very beneficial to be able to slap this back on, buckle it back up, it's secure, and now I can go on to treat another person or to go make sure that the scene is secure while I'm waiting on additional resources to come help this injured person. So it just gives you the option to be able to slap that back on your back if you don't end up needing to use all the supplies out of your kit. So that is a quick rundown of the Airway Med Pouch by Relyant. This is a great med pouch, can be used as an IFAK or just as a trauma kit to be able to keep on your belt. This is a belt-mounted tearaway pouch, but they also have some other attachment options that are coming in the near future to be able to attach this in a different orientation. So stay tuned for that if you're looking for a dangler or for something else for your plate carriers. They've got some other options that are coming. Well, that wraps up this review. You can find more information about the Airway Med Pouch at the link in the description below. That will take you to our website, and we have a bunch more information there on the website with some of the specifics for this product. If you have any questions over this med pouch or something that we didn't cover today, since there aren't any other YouTube videos over this yet, feel free to leave us a comment below or contact us through the contact form on our website. As always, stay vigilant and stay safe.